Hey guys, what's up? For those of you who don't know me, my name is Crissanna, and if you're new here, welcome, and if you're an oldie, welcome back. So today I have a super exciting video. I was finally able to get my hands on the Revolution X Friends eyeshadow palette. So this is what the front looks like. If you get it, it's kind of like a movie clip where they clip the thing and then they film the movie. But it's not a movie, it's a TV show. I personally myself haven't really ever watched Friends, maybe a time or two. But I just thought this palette looked beautifully. So altogether, this palette has 27 shades, I think. Let me double check. Yeah, so altogether, this palette has 27 shades. And I did notice that there's a lot more shimmers than there is with mattes. So here's a good look at it. So we're going to play around with this tonight, and I'm super excited. So I do already have my full face done, so we're going to jump right in with the eyes. So I'm first going to start out by priming my lids, and for that, I'm going to use the Revlon Candid Concealer in the shade 005 Fair Clair. So this is a concealer, but I love using this to prime my lids. Also, always, whenever I'm using a new eyeshadow palette, I like to use a concealer that I know works well for me. So I'm going to take my Jessup Concealer Buffer Brush, just to buff in that concealer all over the lid. I'm hoping that this eyeshadow palette doesn't have too much fallout because if you can see, I do already have my full face on. So I'm just going to grab a little bit of my Wet n Wild Photo Focus Translucent Powder. And I'm going to use this just to set my lids. So for that, I'm just going to take a Jessup Luxe All Over Shader Brush. Just set all over that lid just so we don't get any unnecessary creasing. Now with this palette, I'm really not sure what look I'm going to do yet. So I'm first going to grab this shade called Carol. And I'm just going to use this as my transition shade because like I said, I'm not really sure which kind of eye look I want to do. So I'm going to use a blending brush by Besto. So I'm just going to start working this color kind of in the crease, but a little above the crease as well. First things first, color is very pigmented. Not really picking up that much, and it's going on really nicely. And of course, I will leave this palette linked down below in case you want to order it for yourself. I know on Ulta's website as of yesterday, they were out of stock. But for me, I just drove right to my Ulta store and I picked this up. I think for today, I might just do like a neutral look with this palette. Just because there isn't really much of an option. As you can see, most of the shades in here are shimmer shades. So I really don't have much to work with unless I do like blues or something, which I really wouldn't mind doing like a blue look. I don't know, maybe I could go super bold and do like a blue smoky eye. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up this blue right here. This shade is called Ursula. And I'm guessing that all the names in this palette are names of the cast members. I'm guessing, don't quote me on that. So to apply the overlid, I'm going to use my e.l.f. eyeshadow brush. This brush is really nice for kind of getting like right to the crease and packing that color right on the lid. Just going to start working that right into the crease, stamping out where I want to put that all over the lid. Well, first things first, it's definitely not as pigmented on the eye and as vibrant as it looks in the pan. It seems like a very washed out, dark shade blue. So I'm just going to continue to pack this color on until I get it at the darkness that I want. So for now, that is good because we will go back in later with that blue and pack some more on. So I'm just going to go ahead and do the same thing on the other eye. So when I'm doing a dark shade all over the lid, what I like to do first is I like to stamp out exactly where that color is going to be. And then I'll kind of start filling it in. And I will also probably be doing more looks with this, definitely, because like I said, it is so versatile. So to me, this is more so looking like a dark purple than a blue. But in the pan, it was definitely giving me blue vibes. It could very well be a purple shade. But to me, I was more so leaning towards blue. So now I'm just going to grab this tapered blending brush by Energy. I'm just going to go right around those edges. Just kind of soften it up a little bit before we go in with our next shade. I've been loving doing this technique where I pack the darker shade all over the lid and then I go up, to a medium shade and then I go with the lightest shade on top. And I've been just loving how it's been looking. And you can do these steps with any eyeshadow look. And so now that we got that blue/purple shade a little bit washed out on the top, we're going to go back in with the next shade. So I'm going to grab the shade Polo. So we're going to start applying that shade right above Ursula. And to do that, we're going to use a Jessup Luxe Soft Definer brush. I'm just going to start running that right up above Ursula. And again, we really don't have to worry about blending just yet because we will go back in and darken up all those colors. So far, I'm really liking how this eyeshadow look is turning out. So I'm going to go back in with Ursula using that same e.l.f. eyeshadow brush. Doing the same exact steps. I'm going to pack this all over the lid. Like, I'm really loving how these two colors are meshing together. So as I'm packing, I'm going to slowly start blending my way up with this Ursula color. Just so we can get a really good blend. And wow, I'm like absolutely loving this. Let me know down in the comments if you guys are loving this as well. Same thing on the other side, just packing that color all over the lid. Once we're done packing, we will start blending it up. Now that I'm done packing that blue color on, I'm going to go back in with that brush. Just kind of start moving it upward. Just kind of like in tapping motion. So I'm going to go back in with the shade Polo, using that same Jessup Luxe Soft Definer brush. Once again, just blending that right up around Ursula. So now I'm going to go back in with that first shade Carol that we used. Going back in with that same blending brush by BS Small. And Carol is just going to go right up here above Polo. So once more, I'm just going to go back in with that blue shade. See if I can't just get that lid just a little bit darker. Especially because on this eye right here, I feel like it's almost like starting to come off. Like it's rubbing its way off for some reason. Once more, I'm going to go back in with the shade Polo. Just put that right up there once more. Now I'm going to grab this shade called Ugly Guy. Using a small pencil brush by Energy. I'm going to pop this right in the inner corner. This is like a pink iridescent kind of sparkly. It does look white, like a white one in the camera, but it is very pink. Super bright, super pigmented. You can definitely see it there. Also going to drag a little right under the eyebrow as well. Okay, now we're going to go in for the bottom waterline. So first going to go back with Ursula. Going to take my Jessup Detail Liner brush. I'm going to start getting this right below the lower waterline. Now I'm going to go back in with the shade Polo. I'm going to take a Jessup Smudger brush. And I'm putting Polo right under Ursula. Just going to smoke that out. Okay guys, I'm going to go ahead and get my false lashes on and then I'll be right back. Okay guys, we are back. Lashes are on. The lashes I use today are the Ardell 3D Fox Mink lashes, and these are in the style, if I can find it, 857. So for a while, I was only into like the Ardell Demi Wispies, but I find that these are easier to put on. They look amazing. I really love them. I'm going to give you a close-up so you guys can actually see. When I first bought these eyelashes, I was so scared. I'm like, oh my God, like they're so big. I won't ever be able to put them on. But like now that I've been practicing, I'm like super excited. I love the way false eyelashes make my eyeshadow look. Like it looks okay before, but with false eyelashes, it makes it look totally bomb, like a completely different eyeshadow look. But I figured since we're here, I'll just do my lips on camera. So I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. Tea Rose Lip Liner. This is nothing new. This is by far my favorite. We are going to use some different lipstick products though. We're not going to go in with anything that I've ever used before. I'm just going to go ahead and line my lips. So I have two lipsticks from Milani that I'm debating on using. This one is the Milani Amore Matte in the shade Covette. It's kind of like this dark cranberry / brown shade, which I thought would be really pretty. And I think it would fit this look well because I am going so dark with the eyes. Then I also have the Milani Amore Shine in the shade Charmant. So this is also a really pretty color. This one is more nude. I'm actually just going to swatch a little bit of the darker one on the back of my hand to see how dark it actually is. Okay, now that is like straight up brown. And I don't think I want to go for the brown today. So I'm going to do the other one, the Charmant. Really digging this lip color by Milani. Like I'm absolutely loving it. Okay guys, and there we have it. Once again, I use the Revolution times Friends eyeshadow palette. Once again, this is what the front looks like. It's really hard to open though. Like I have to like pry it open. And there goes all my stuff. But and it still didn't open up. Okay, and then I didn't mention you guys that it does have a humongous mirror in it. Like the mirror is just as big as the pan size. And then these are all the shadows. So if you guys like this look and you want to see more looks with this eyeshadow palette, be sure to subscribe to my channel. And please, please, please like this video if you want to see more with this palette. Also, if there's anything you guys want to see in particular, let me know down in the comments below because I always love new ideas. And yeah, I will give you a close-up. Yeah, let me know what you guys think of this blue / like orange brown eyeshadow look. Really, I'm absolutely loving it, and I'm loving it paired with this lip color too. I'm loving how this is looking. I'm loving the eyelashes. I'm loving it all. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. If you like this look, if you like this eyeshadow palette, let me know. So I will leave a link down below to get this palette. And like I said, I think Ulta is out, but if you guys do not mind buying it online, because I think their location is in London, I want to say, in the UK somewhere. So if you wouldn't mind buying it online, you can have it shipped from there. Don't quote me on that. I think it's the UK. But yeah, I'll leave both link below in case your Ulta in store might even have it. But if not, like I said, you can always order online or you can let them email you when it's back in stock. So yeah, guys, I really hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up and please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I'll see you in my next video.